D, wait for it, Lightful.
Check out the name tag. You're in my world now, Grandma.
What's up, nerds, and welcome to my week in review, where I come to you every week with 3 entertainment stories that I personally find interesting, and then we discuss it down below. I will also leave the stories, for the articles for each one of them in the link down below so you can read them yourself. So for this week, it's very DC-centric. Every story has to do with DC, so let's just get started. So first story. So it wasn't. I wasn't gonna cover this just because it's not really like the craziest story or whatever. But I thought it was fun, and it has to do with DC and it fits into the other story. So I just I was like, you know what, it's super fun and that's fine. So Nightwing costume for Titan season 2 was leaked this week. Now. At first I could only find pictures from behind and everything, but I like how you could find it from behind. So Nightwing's butt was trending on Twitter for a while when it leaked a couple of days ago or whatnot. With Nightwing, his butt is really all you need to see, if you get what I'm saying. Wink, wink. So now I just have to say that I do enjoy Bretton Thwaites in the role quite a bit as Dick Grayson. Now, I don't think he's a movie-level actor, even though he has been in some movies, but I think he's where he's supposed to be on a streaming service. But I do think that these pictures of the costume are fantastic. I think they look comic book accurate, and I think they look great. I can't wait to see. I'm so excited to see it on the big screen, or on the little screen, sorry. And I think that it'll just be, you know, a TV event for those of us who love DC and love Titans and just love comic books in general, like myself. So that's the first story. So for my second story, Red Sun. So I got a little upset about this when it was announced, but I will for sure be talking about it when they release a trailer and all that good stuff and more look. But we got a first look and at the Superman Red Sun animated movie. Now DC seems to want to take their best storylines in the wrong places. I mean, Red Sun would be such a fantastic live action movie, and I think it would be just as interesting, especially with all the stuff going on with Russia today. And you can even do like a modern Russian Superman. And I think that the longer DC waits on these things, the faster that Marvel is going to do their own versions of them. Like, for instance, Marvel already has their What If show coming out, and I think that they might do something like this already with whatever their version of Superman is, and they might already come out with an evil the evil equivalent of a Superman in the Marvel universe. So I think that DC really needs to jump on this as soon as possible and get these stories out there. The Elseworld stories are so good. So they not only dropped a first look of Superman, but they also dropped a voice cast list, and that includes Jason Isaacs as Superman. I really like him a lot, and I think it'll be interesting to see where they go with that and everything. And you can check out the rest of the cast list down there. So one thing that does really annoy me is that they were that with the animated versions. And once they do these animated movies, that people they're not going to read the comic books. And I'm sorry, if you go and you read the Red Sun comic book, the movie is not going to do everything in the comic book. It's not going to. I've seen that plenty of times with other animated movies that they've done. Like, for instance, Hush. Hush didn't have, if you watch the Hush movie and read the comic book, they left out stuff all up in that movie, and they didn't give you everything that you wanted. And Hush is a great comic book. If you get a chance to read that, read that. But with Red Sun, it's a great comic book. It's so good, and they're not going to put everything in it that they need to, and it really bums me out that they're doing an animated movie because people won't read the comic book. And I say, if you get a chance to read the comic book, it's fantastic. So that's my second story. For my last story, Tom Welling. Tom Welling is also going to be joining this Crisis on Infinite Earths crossover event on the CW. And with Arrow having with Arrow and its last season this year, and in the Arrowverse, this is no and Batgirl kind of like taking over for Arrow. This big event, and you have Kevin Conroy is doing an older version of Bruce Wayne, and it's very exciting. And I think that they have really good cast members that are that they're bringing on and everything for this crossover event. But Tom Welling is coming on to play a version of Superman, and I'm very curious to see if it will be the Superman from Smallville, or if it's just he's just Superman. And not the one from Smallville. It'll be very interesting. I am interested to also see if they'll bring in any of the other cast members from that show. It will be interesting to see it, and I can't wait for this crossover event. I do enjoy the crossover events when they do them, and I think that this will be exciting to see it. I'm very curious to see what they do with that. So, tell me, what did you guys think about these 3 stories? How did you feel about the Nightwing costume for Titans? Are you watching Titans? And if you're not, you're crazy. And how do you feel about it? How do you feel about Red Sun being turned into an animated movie instead of a live-action movie? And do you agree with me that people should try to read the comic books and they should stop making these animated movies, because then people won't? And then how do you feel about Tom Welling joining the Crisis on Infinite Earths crossover event on the CW? Go ahead and leave all your comments in that section down below. If you like this video, go ahead and hit that like button. I really won't mind. If you're new to my channel, please hit that subscription button. I would greatly appreciate it. And I will see you guys next week on Sunday with my week in review. Have a good week, guys. Bye. Hey nerds, if you like this video, go ahead and click that Geek What icon and subscribe. And if you like this video, go ahead and join me every Sunday with my week in review.